Welcome back. We've completed part 1 of the registration process. The next stage is to fill out the profile. In order to do that, I need to check my email, and I can see I've had 2 emails. One is confirming that I've filled out the registration and payment is received. The second one is confirming that my account is now active. Now,
for this one, this email, the second email, isn't automated. I've got to go and do that manually. So if it doesn't appear instantly, don't panic. Sometimes it might take me a couple of hours if I'm not in.
So not on a Sunday morning before 5 o'clock. You won't see much before. Ooh.
No.
Yes. Anyway, so here I've down the bottom of this email, I can see the email account I've registered with, my username which I filled out, and also a means of resetting the password. But I'm hoping I've remembered mine. So in the middle of the email is a link, PerthshireOpenStudios.com/login. Now this will take me to an area where I can log in. So I can type in my username.
Those will be blank.
Yeah, they will normally be blank, but I've actually just tested it. I would now put in my password. I've got keep me signed in. So when I go login, this will now take me through to my profile.
No, not quite.
Not quite.
Takes you through to your sort of account area. You now need to go up to the little cog on the right.
So this is the information that so far has been put in.
Yeah.
So the name, the phone number and the email address have been put in for me.
Yes.
If I go up to the cog on the right, go edit profile. And this is similar, but not exactly the same as last year.
Yeah.
Whereby I can now fill in the details of my venue.
Yes.
So I'm going to put photography and printing as my mediums. Maximum of 5 mediums. Okay.
Always check your question marks because they really are helpful, and they probably do have the answer to the question you're about to phone me up and ask.
Yes. So I'm going to have a category that's not listed. So I can have a Facebook or a web page.
Yes, which will be clickable or active. It will be an active link.
So is it one or the other?
Check your question mark, because I think you need the HTTP there, don't you?
Do I?
No. Yes, you do.
I hope not.
Oh, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that one.
The steadying. My postcode. Oops. I have off-street parking. I do not have disabled access. Now, I'm going to put in the first Saturday, I'm going to open 10 till 5 and 10 till 7. The Sunday, just 10 till 5. Monday, 10 till 5 and 5 till 7. At any time, I could actually elect to have a different time. So I could say on the Tuesday, 11 till 5 p.m. See what happens there. Wednesday, just the evening. Thursday, a long day. So I can choose which days I can be open for how long. And if I leave it blank, so let's say I want to close on the Wednesday. So at the moment I'm not setting any for the Wednesday. So this is the way of telling the visitors when you're open. Demonstrations, yes. Open all year, yes. Now, there's other areas here saying description and directions. Now,
I would say at this point, before you fill in your description, your directions, before you do anything else, go update profile.
Right, so if I put my name in, now
Yes.
This is the artist's name, and this is what would appear as in the listing for the venue. If you're a solo artist, it's the same as the contact name.
Yes.
Now in this case, it's the same as the contact name.
Yes.
And I can put my email. So what I'm saying is whoever runs the venue doesn't necessarily have to be the artist.
Not necessarily.
The admin name. So up here is the administration contact details, which normally is the same as the artist, but it could be different.
It could be different.
Now, I've elected for a group, a collective. So I can put in a second artist's name. I have the ability to add more artists,
Yes,
but because I've only paid for 2, then these would be ignored.
Yes.
So be careful that you...
Yes, don't go filling in all the others
Yeah.
because they will be deleted.
Actually, what I can do here is I can put my personal website in. So at this point, I've done everything except description, directions, demonstration details.
And the pictures.
And the pictures.
Yeah,
That's right.
If we go update profile, I'll explain
Right,
why
so
we need to do
scroll
that.
down the bottom, update profile. And if I can now see that I've got...
And it's very, very important to check.
Yeah, that's now there. So if I
Yes.
now go back up to here and go edit profile. Now what I would probably prefer to do is prepare the text in advance.
The important thing to say about the description and the directions is they both have a character limit on them, but you won't see whether you've gone over that until you go update profile. And if you don't check it and you go away from it, you will lose anything you've put in the description and the directions. And if you filled in everything else at the same time, you could very likely lose everything and have to start again.
Right. So I've now put something in there for now. Now that's saying a tick at the moment.
Yes, you need to go down.
So if I go down,
because you're in edit mode.
Update profile.
Yeah. And then it will update. And then when you go back, you'll see you've got a cogwheel again.
So now I could then... So now, if I now look...
And this is what you will see on the website once we go live.
Okay, so I could now go back into edit profile. I can now start to add some pictures.
Check your tick. That will tell you the size.
The tick.
Sorry, not the tick. Check your question mark.
So what is the size limit?
We've got a
Is it listed
minimum.
somewhere?
Yes, it is on the question mark.
Great.
If it's too big, it might appear to have uploaded, and when you go update profile, you'll actually end up with just a question mark.
So I've just put a picture in for now. Now I can add another picture.
Just show the question mark.
There we
That's
go.
got all your sizes for you.
Great.
It's important to note that image 1 is your featured image. If you've just got one slot, this is the image that will go into the brochure. So it's important to have this at a higher res than the others. So ideally this one should be 2500 pixels wide in JPEG form. The others, it's as long as they're about 900, it's fine.
Okay. So at this point I could change the photo.
You could. In fact, you can do this right up until the deadline, which is the 7th of May. You can change and do as much as you want.
Okay. Fine. Well, I'm going to leave that alone. So I now, again, update profile. Otherwise, it won't record it. So my cogwheel's here, and the quick check tells me that everything's
and your image
in
is
order.
there, so that's okay.
So up here I can see 2 more boxes.
Yes. That's the header for the website.
So I could now put a banner picture up.
Yes, ideally. And it will give you the option. It's a bit like Facebook. You'll have to crop it. You have to move it up and down. That's for those that are on Facebook. One thing to say is they need to be JPEGs. If you try and put a Photoshop file or something bigger in, it won't take it.
So that's now giving me my banner picture.
Yeah.
And here...
Oh, you didn't have to move it up and down, didn't crop it?
No, it did. It gave me the option. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't looking. Come on. Go away.
So here I could... I need to come back to this because I've got no pictures ready.
I mean, ideally a little avatar or something that represents you. And again, there you can crop it.
Here's a picture of my friend Eric. So what we've now got is a banner, an avatar, and...
Yeah, and now you must... Oh, you've updated profile.
Yeah, well, so when I add these, I don't need to update profile.
No, it doesn't look like you do.
So I can just go and change that. Pick another picture.
One thing to say is if you have more than one slot, you'll need to go and read the blurb on how many images are allowed per slot. I can explain it now, but you'll just go, what? So it's easier if you go and read it all.
So that's changed without having to do...
Yeah, I didn't know that. I've learnt something.
There we go.
There you go.
Now, while we're here, I've got three other options. One is account.
Yeah.
So this is telling me my basic account details.
If you want to change your email address, this is the place to do it, but rather people didn't.
Okay.
Username you can't change. You can change your password.
So the username is set. I can't change that.
You can't change your username.
Right, to get that right.
Well, nobody will ever see it.
No. How do I get back to...
View profile underneath your picture.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, I could log out.
If you log out, and there will be a login button on the home page, I think it's going to be. So if you've logged out and you want to log back in, you can either go via the login on your email, or you can go to the home page and there should be a login button, but there isn't at the moment.
So if you remember all my details at this point, so this is now another day, I can come in and here's all my information.
Yes.
So I can come back next week and change it. Obviously there's a cut-off point.
Yes, 7th of May. After the 7th of May, you'll be able to log in and have a look at your form, but you won't be able to change it.
Okay. That seems pretty straightforward.
It is.
Good. So...
Oh, just one thing, when you're doing your description, it's probably a good idea to do it in something like Pages or Word where you've got a character count. You can prepare it all and then copy and paste it and put it into the description on the website or on your profile, and the same for your directions, just to make sure it's not going to go over the count.
So it's 400 characters maximum.
Yeah, if it goes over and you don't correct it, it just wipes it completely. I think there's one for demonstrations. Can you hover over
200.
there? That's directions. Demonstrations. 400. Demonstrations, the wording only appears on the website. It doesn't go into the brochure because there just isn't room.
Okay.
And that's our dog scratching.
Let's imagine I find some text I've already used before.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that. Come back here. Paste.
Yeah. Now it doesn't tell you you've gone over.
So update profile.
There you go.
Right, there we go.
Little red box.
Red box. So what's happened is, if I made other changes, but I've got a red box, and none of those other changes would have. So that's basically what's happened is I've said put that in, but it's saying it can't do it.
Yes. So whatever you've done at the same time you do the description, if you're over the word limit and you don't check it, you will lose everything that you've done at that time.
Great. So if I cut that down to what looks like nearer 400 characters, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Update profile. Nope, still too many.
Still too many. Oh, yeah.
So
it's happy now.
So
it's
now
updated
happy.
it. And any other changes you've made
And
at
I've
the
got my
same
cog
time
back.
would be safe. Yes.
Yes. So as long as the cog comes back, then I've saved the changes. So that's another good reason to do it outside of here.
I would advise that you do description and directions and images after you've done everything else.
Okay.
And update your profile. And that's it, really.
Great.